Vibes on vibes.
Hey!
You don't think I care about this country? I love this country, even though at times it doesn't love me back. For my whole life, my parents, my grandparents, me, for most black people, this country has never worked for us. But we still play ball. We live by the rules even though we know nothing has ever worked in our favor. We have to live in neighborhoods that you would not even drive through. Send our kids to schools with books so beat up you can't read them. Work jobs that you would not even consider in your nightmare. There is always hierarchy in the theater, but nowadays, most of the things, you see that there's no much respect for the elders. You know, you just see someone talking to the director anyhow. In the theater, the director is a god. So audition for a job, audition, everything, and the longer I didn't get the job, and they gave it to someone else, and I went in my closet and I cried. Yeah, very humble, God-fearing. Then she obodo jobin to mole toju, to moko toju.
Obìnrin full option lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́.
Full option. Then obodo to rimurumu.
Tó níwájú tó lẹ́yìn. Kọ́tẹ́fẹ́ nìyẹn.
Exactly.
Ẹ̀yin tèmi lele ẹ kú dédé wò yìí èmi ọmọ yín náà ni Olúwatóbi Abọ́dúnrìn lónìí ní orí ètò wa ètò yín náà ní ẹnu oníkan mo wà ní ìlú Ìbàdàn lónìí mo wá pàdé eré bọ́dà yìí ń ṣe eré ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin gan tẹ́ bá pàdé wọn lọ́nà ẹ máa mọ̀ pé bàbá ńlá eré ni wọ́n Junior náà ń jẹ́ nínú eré orí ìtàgé kan tá máa ń jókòó tí tá máa ń wò lójoojúmọ́ lórí tẹlifíṣàn wa bọ́dà Jẹ̀bùtù mo fẹ̀yìntọ́lá olúwa àwọn náà jẹ́ Junior nínú àwọn aládùndé ṣẹ́rí ẹ̀yin tèmi Junior eléré pẹ́ èèyàn kan ni ẹ má bá mi kà lọ. ṣé kò fẹ́ ṣílẹ̀kùn fún wa ní báyìí ó ga o. But Junior. Wọ́n láwọn ń bọ̀. A fẹ́ pàdé èèyàn pàtàkì lónìí. Eré ipa tó ṣà ń ṣe lọ nínú. Wọ́n ti ń bọ̀. Ó dẹ́ pé bọ̀dá Junior fẹ́ gbà wá lálejò bóyá ká máa lọ àbí kí lẹ́rù torí akọ yìí lè mi ò tiẹ̀ wá yé mi báyìí. Ṣé ti ṣe àwọn padà jáde o. I'm feeling
vibes on vibes.
Mi lè wá mọ́jọ́jọ́ mọ́ ọ́n lọ́tọ̀ pẹ̀ máa nà mí nídìí jó. Wow, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Thank you for inviting me. You have a beautiful place, by the way.
Thank you very much. You can have a seat.
Nice to meet you. Ẹ̀yin tèmi, àti mú adé o, àbí àwọn náà mú adé.
Junior, jẹ́ kán mọ̀.
Kátà yanjú ẹ̀ lórúkọ mi.
Àkìlápá.
Wá, ṣé òun wáìn mi ni? Ṣé wọ́n mú mi ṣeré ni? Tí wàá rí wọ̀ sórí bó ṣe wáìn ló ṣe máa wáyẹ̀ máa fọ́ track pọ̀lẹ̀. Tí wàá rí wọ̀ sórí bó ṣe rí ìdíkọ̀ lọ́n gapá tó lọ́n gapá bí ṣíṣe yìí máa fọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀.
Àbórí ń ta yín ni. Junior.
Ẹ káwọn padà sórí ètò yín ẹnu oníkan gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ fún yín bọ́dá Jẹ̀bùtù mo fẹ̀yìntọ́lá olúwa ọ̀dọ̀ wọn láwà lónìí Junior sì náà jẹ́ lórí eré àgbéléwò tẹ́ mọ̀ sí àwọn aládùndé tó Junior máa pò wọ́n torí Junior ló mọ́ mi lẹ́nu. So bọ́dá Junior kí ni ń pop?
Pin pop náà ni.
Pin pop pop.
Ó ń pop dáadáa.
Ó ti tójọ́ mélòó tẹ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ eré orí ìtàgé?
Well, a ti fẹ́ tó bí let's say roughly 10 years. Yes, torí àti university mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Agbọ́pọ̀ ẹ̀ ti ní masters in theatre.
Ọlá Ọlọ́run náà ni. Ọlá Ọlọ́run là ń jẹ.
Ṣé theatre àtọ̀ lè ṣe ní first degree?
Yes. Theatre art first degree, theatre art second degree.
Wow. Kí ló dé kí ló fún yín ní òyìnbó wo ni mo fẹ́ lò ginger láti sọ pé nǹkan báyìí lè fẹ́ kà nílé ìwé.
Well, kì í ṣe theatre art gangan ni mo fẹ́ ṣe. apparently law gogon ni mo ló wù mí ṣe, but you know nígbà tí cut off mark law ní UI ojú ètàwà nílò ẹ mọ̀ díẹ̀ náà làwọn náà kàgbà táwa ní secondary school. So later we did the first choice mo wà second choice, then mo wá ṣe wá ṣe change of course form ìgbà ẹni mo wá ṣe wá get theatre arts. Well, it was a fun course, I mean literature and everything, so ó sì wà okay báyìí náà.
Ǹdẹ̀lẹ̀ fi ń jẹun báyìí nísìnyí.
Òun náà la fi ń jẹun.
Tó wáyé pé lọ́ọ̀yà ní báyìí nísìnyí bá wọn stay.
Àbí àwọn èèyàn wọ́n lè máa mọ̀ mí sí junior adùn kátà yanjú Akílápá adùn àbí so theatre arts náà ní orí ìtàgé náà.
So lẹ́yìn eré àgbéléwò tẹ́ máa ń ṣe, kí ni àwọn iṣẹ́ mi tẹ́ tún máa ń ṣe?
Well, for now, I'm more of a poultry farmer. Yes.
Agriculture.
Yes, I'm into agriculture. So,
mo yẹ
sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ọlá Ọlọ́run mo jẹ. So I run like a laying birds, I run broilers, sometimes a little of turkey. You know, just kakọṣà fi máa gbéra. Mo mọ̀ pé orí ìtàgé kì í ṣe gbogbo náà ló máa mú wá báyẹn náà ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan náà ni, so ìyẹn náà ni iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀.
Ọdún dẹ̀ ló dé tán báyìí.
Àbí o tá a bá ní pé ká tẹ díẹ̀ síta báyìí sìn owó gọbọi ni.
Ẹ máa fáwa lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ ni àwa ṣàwá kì í àbí ṣé yóò fẹ́ jẹ chicken. Oh, I like that. Ṣé ẹ ti wá marry, ẹ ti bímọ?
No, I'm a single man.
Oh, single in the sense that ṣe ní òtẹ́ fẹ́ bóyá mo níyàwó tí mo fẹ́ fún yín báyìí sí ẹ̀rọ.
Lè níyàwó tẹ́ fẹ́ fún mi.
Kí ló dé tí mo
torí èmi máa ní preference ìyàwó tèmi fẹ́ fẹ́.
Ó yẹ sọ fún wa torí àwọn kan lè wà lẹ́sìn tó lè fẹ́ kọ proposal.
No.
Ó yá kí ni preference obìnrin tẹ́ fẹ́. Àwọn alẹ́ lè ní interest.
Àwọn ará lè máa ní interest o. Ẹ mọ̀ wá gbọ́dọ̀ àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ kọ project lórí ẹ̀.
Ẹ sọ kan márùn-ún tẹ́ fẹ́ nínú obìnrin tẹ́ fẹ́ fẹ́ sílé.
Well, first of all, she has to be very, very God-fearing and humble. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ mọ Ọlọ́run dáadáa, you know. Téèyàn bá ní pé kó máa procreate, like téèyàn bá fẹ́ bímọ, tí ó fẹ́ ní family, you know, you have to have a woman tí ó gbọ́dọ̀ mọ Ọlọ́run, torí Ọlọ́run náà ni wọ́n fi máa tọ́ ọmọ, Ọlọ́run náà ló fi tọ́ àwa náà. Then ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ obìnrin tí kò kí ń ṣe báwo mo ṣe lè sọ́nà obìnrin tó wà níta báyẹn
ojú ẹ̀ ò síta kò ṣe wáì
kò ṣe ìmọ̀ obìnrin tó wà tẹ́ pé ìta ni ojú wọn wà tẹ́ pé ní club ní ọ̀la showbiz ni, you know, it has to be a very accommodating lady, very humble, God-fearing. Then she ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ obìnrin tó mọlé tọ́jú, tó mọkọ tọ́jú.
Obìnrin full option lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ yẹn.
Full option. Then obìnrin tó tún rí múrùmúrùmù.
Tó níwájú tó lẹ́yìn ọ̀tẹ̀ fẹ́ nìyẹn.
Exactly.
Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá gbẹ bí èmi bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ kọ́ lẹ́tà wa o. Ẹlẹ́kàrún pa.
Ẹyẹ náà ti tó.
Ṣé ti lẹ́ni tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ báyìí?
A manager.
Ṣé ti ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, so that àwọn tó bá máa kọ lẹ́tà wá tán níwájú tán lẹ́yìn wọ́n á lè mọ̀ pé àwọn bọ̀ wá bá full option náà o.
Mo ti ní.
Ìlà ojú kan ṣó kan ó dà náà, so ìgbà wo ni ká wá jẹ ráìsì ìgbéyàwó báyìí?
Very soon náà ni.
Kí wọ́n lóde tẹ̀ wá tún sọ advertisement fáwọn aráàlú àwọn aráàlú tèmi fẹ́ wá kọ lẹ́tà ni.
No, kọ́ máa kọ lẹ́tà.
Kọ́ máa kọ lẹ́tà.
Torí option ti wà ground already, so XLE ni.
Kí ni ìyẹn dákun?
Extra luxury edition.
Jẹ gbọ́ bá.
Ọmọ mi gbọ́ tèmi tí a dára.
Ẹni tó bá dé yàrá ló ń gbé.
Ẹ lè wà báyìí kó náà tún wà báyìí.
Tìrò ilé bá fi lè jáde àṣepọ̀ láti pàtí wa jẹ́.
Ọmọ mi wà báyìí o.
Tí ó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ máa ṣe poultry or that's farming or kó jẹ́ actor ní, kí làwọn nǹkan míì tẹ́ bá máa ṣe báyìí?
Agbèrò ni.
Kí ló dé? Ẹ like iṣẹ́ transportation.
Mi ò do agbèrò small now. My education cover all these things.
So ẹ lè ṣe agbèrò.
No, actually, mo jẹ́ into pé I think I would love more of transportation work.
Okay.
You know, like irú àwọn GU, irú àwọn tó máa ń ṣe transport working. I think it's a very good and viable business. You know, téèyàn bá ní àwọn buses, cabs and all, tẹ́ pé èèyàn lè máa lò on normal comfortable transport. I think it will be good because most times our transport àwọn èèyàn máa ń lò, especially when you go to bus parks and all, sometimes it might not be conducive, but you can also have people who can pay more for luxury. So if you have, let's say, like a very good bus that is AC full condition and all, and it's very conducive, not too much people, not too much load, I think you only really want to mass on. And then imagine if you even shoot up your price, you will still have people that will still pay. So regardless, maybe you go Lagos, Ibadan in just twice, just 2 trips, you make your money.
Excellent. So let's go. Let's go. Film.
At 2015, the film, and my first not film actually, series was Awaladunde. Though actually in 2014 we did like a class project in theater arts. Yeah, in UI Akorashi Ferefe, you know, just like a class project that she film but the first one, Theory TV, is series Awaladunde. Okay, series 2 years to see film. 2 years to see teleserial. Series wa teleserial wa film wa.
But then mo feel pé it's a good thing about advance in your learning in combine ni mo study I also want to do this. Yes. Go higher, and that's what you have done. Gbogbo àwọn veterans mi náà tàti pàdé tàti ṣe interview fún àwọn náà tún kàwé mọ́ wé. Àwa rí pé at the end of the day kì í ṣe pé àwọn actors yìí kàn jáde láti ibì kan kàn di actor, wọ́n kàwé, wọ́n tún kọ́ṣẹ́, wọ́n tún mọ iṣẹ́. So tá bá ní èèyàn kan báyìí bí irú tàwa báyìí tá fẹ́ sọ pé okay a fẹ́ di actor lọ́la, a náà fẹ́ máa ṣe fíìmù, kí ni ìmọ̀ràn tẹ́ lè gbà wá?
Like you said, lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, is not everybody to ṣe theatre arts, to ṣe eré orí ìtàgé, to lọ sí school ni wọ́n ṣe film nsìn. Kì í ṣe everybody. I mean, in industry that wà yìí, it's between a ratio of, let's say, 50-50 or 60-50. That is 60 àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe theatre arts gangan, and then àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe tó yẹ pé wọ́n kàn ṣe film, and then of which àwọn tó ṣe theatre arts gangan, yeah, kì í ṣe gbogbo wọn ló ń ṣe film nsìn. Because even I'm an example. Like nígbà tá wà ní school báyìí nsìn, gbogbo àwa tá graduate, let's say we are like 50. Àwa tá wà ní line ní film nsìn, ju bí àbí mẹ́ta àbí mẹ́rin lọ. Maximum 5. So a lot of people to study theatre arts náà kọ́ ló máa tún ṣe film. And then ẹni tó bá fẹ́ ṣe eré orí ìtàgé, film, series, teleserial and all, fún èmi o, advice tí mo lè give ni pé I believe more in studying. I'm not saying you must go to the school. I'm not saying o gbọ́dọ̀ lò 4 years, táwa lò, o gbọ́dọ̀ lọ ṣe masters, táwa ṣe. You can do it. You can even go to film school and all. But one of the key factors in industry táwa is study. You have to be able to be grounded in what you want to do. Yes, exactly. And it's more like a vast knowledge. That is why Tebari films are one at films are one you will see that there's a difference, and that difference is education. What you know. Like now, Tebari well, what's the name of this actor? Ibrahim Chatta. Is a very vast and learned entertainer. In fact, that's why I even like his name. On Instagram is Ibrahim Chatta the test piece or yeah. He has that. So he's someone who is grounded in the knowledge, and if you see more of the products that he brings out, Emari traces it and you carry. So that's one of the advice that I would like to give to people who want to do this type of job. That's one. Then 2, ni theatre arts, but as you study, we learned more as an entrepreneur. Iṣẹ́ tá ń ṣe yìí, iṣẹ́ industry wa yìí, kì í ṣe nǹkan kan téèyàn bá kọ́ nìkan náà ni èèyàn ń ṣe. Why I said being an entrepreneur is because kí ló máa ń pe iṣẹ́ òòjọ́, iṣẹ́ tó yẹ pé is like a daily job. Iṣẹ́ òòjọ́, it's not pé mo wọ suit, mo wọ tie, mo lọ office. No, it's a daily job, and when you are doing something like that, you have to be very proactive, and you have to be very humble. Ṣé iṣẹ́ wa yìí tí yóò bá ní ìwà ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ tó lẹ́mí ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ ó lè ṣe. You have to be o gbọ́dọ̀ calm down. O dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ bọ̀wọ̀ fún àgbà. It's part of being humble, because in theatre we learn hierarchy. There's hierarchy in the theatre. Yes, there are steps. So nígbà tí èmi wà ní 100 level, you respect someone who is in 200 level.
Okay.
When I'm in 200 level, you respect someone in 300 level. And when you're in 100 level, you respect someone in 400 level. I don't know my initiate theatre. You know, so there is always hierarchy in the theatre. But nowadays, most of the things you see that there's no much respect for the elders. You know, you just see someone talking to the director anyhow. In the theatre, the director is a god. So you cannot just go and say you cannot just walk out on the director. You cannot just talk to the director anyhow. You have to be very, very proactive, and also you have to be humble, because it is very, very important. And then also, which is lastly, you have to learn the business aspect of in the industry of filmmaking. There is a business aspect to it. Exactly. Nowadays, woman feel lokulolo. It's not kishi secret. You got having book. You know, at the level that you are, they will offer you peanuts. So you have to be able to package yourself, rebrand. There's always a branding to whatever you do, and that also comes from studying. So if you are not grounded in what you are doing, people will always offer you peanuts, and you always go after it
because you don't have knowledge.
You don't have the knowledge. So the business aspect of being in the industry is very, very important.
This is very educative. I like this.
Tí bá wá bàtà ìwé lórí wàá máa wó mi kiri ní kí ló ṣe é ta ló bá tó ń ṣe kíní. Ó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tí bá gba etí ẹ̀. Má lọ́jọ́ tó bá súnmọ́ mi. Máa ṣe bọ̀bọ́ ilé ṣe fún ààrẹ ẹgbẹ́ àbí ta ló pè. Tí má bẹ́ mi kí ló ṣe é ní ìdè. Wọ́n má lọ́jọ́ kí ló ṣe wọ̀nyí. Màá ní mo ti má kojú ẹ̀ wọ́n máa nẹ́ kiri àdúgbò ní mẹ́rin tó nẹ̀. Ìwọ àti ta ni. Gbọ́wọ́ kí ló ṣe yín. Tá a bá ń pọn yín lé ládùúgbò kẹ́ máa mọ ara yín o.
Wàhálà dé o.
So kí ni àwọn nǹkan kọ̀ọ̀kan táwọn èèyàn mọ̀ nípa yín, bóyá bí nǹkan mẹ́fà àbí méjì táwọn ń pa yín lẹ́yìn àmọ̀pẹ́ tí ní poultry, àmọ̀ pé actor nìyí, àmọ̀ bóyá máa ọrùn tẹ bá ń sùn, àmọ̀ oúnjẹ tẹ fẹ́ràn jù àti mọ́rọ̀ obìnrin tẹ fẹ́.
Ó tó rí rùmùrùmù dáadáa.
Ẹ ṣàtẹnumọ́ rùmùrùmù rìn. Ó yẹ sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn nǹkan táwọn ń pa yín.
Well, yeah, my favorite food. Oúnjẹ tí mo like jù náà ju àmàlà àti gbẹ̀gìrì náà lọ. Tábà àmàlà àti gbẹ̀gìrì, a lè fi fried rice ká fi fried rice pẹ̀lú mi ṣọmọ Ìbàdàn ọmọ Ọ̀ṣun state ni mí. Iléṣà ni. A máa nípa like yán ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà míì ká máa gún yán náà stress náà ni.
So àmàlà lẹ́yìn fẹ́ràn.
Àmàlà lẹ́yìn fẹ́ràn. Number 2, tábà àmàlà a máa fi fried rice àti turkey.
We don't like fried rice.
I'm a bit supported. So what else? I'm very conservative. I'm very conservative person. I don't just jump on anything. Though money passion for iṣẹ́. I have a very great passion for filmmaking, but I am someone that I will not do anything. I will not just do anything for money. And I will not just do anything for just doing sake. I don't believe in numbers. I believe in your creativity, how well you have been able to influence others. Yes, so I don't believe in numbers. And then what else?
Méjì náà lè ṣe sọ.
Àbí? Yẹn náà ti dá.
Kò tí ì dá o. Ẹ máa sọ lọ.
Ẹ yá mi nìkan.
Bí fíìmù mélòó lẹ fẹ́ yà kó tó di pé ẹ máa retire?
Is there a retirement age in this our industry?
You can't have retirement age, Joe. That you want to just relax. Ṣé fẹ́ yà before 1 million, 2 million?
Yeah, well, that's like I said, kì í ṣe iye film. I think it's the impact. It's the impact that you make. Like for now, I did a teleserial with Africa Magic, titled Riona, Fighting Fate. Yeah. So it's for me, that job is a great one for me, because think about fee. If you give a job your all, you will know that I think I've made my mark. So I think if I want to shoot, let's say in volume, I think it would be more of how the script looks, the director, the output of the job. Yeah. Sometimes you might not call it bad job. Yes. Sometimes you can't call it a bad job, you can't call it a good job. You just know you shot it, but you never saw it. So as an actor, you gbọ́dọ̀ lọ fún ètò jẹ́ pé o mọ̀ pé eléyìí ó sure dáadáa. Sometimes for me, if you give me a script and I like it, I might not look at the money. Yes, if the script is good. It's fantastic. When you see the outputs, the outlook too, you know that I want to be part of this job. So the money might not be. So when you get out there, at least your man say, your mind will but at least you know that exactly. Yes. So sometimes the creativity is the volume, not the numbers.
When is the most challenging day of your life in filmmaking?
One of the most challenging. As an actor, actors go through depression a lot. That's why I always advise that when you are not on the job, get a doctor, get people around you to support you, people I want to the basoro and will support and all, because they are trying days, they are trying times. I remember the words of Mr. Tunde Olaoye. Yeah, he's a director. He's one of the people that directed Face to Face, Pastory, and all. He has once told me that there's a job for every actor now. But sometimes he may believe it. I think that was last year. I think last year or 2 years ago, he told me that ni industry that were you go le actor ko ni pe mabolo set go ma da alone tori gbogbo actor ti busy in, but I think I would contest it in a way, because nowadays you find some actors have not worked since COVID. Yes, since COVID happened. Yes, some actors have not worked, and then some actors have also been forgotten. There's a space between the industry and some actors nowadays. So there's always a need for actors to get out there, put themselves out there, meet people, meet investors, because one of the trying days is when you don't get the job. In fact, one of the trying days is when you get interviewed for the job, when you get auditioned for the job, and in the long run you don't get the job. I mean, there was a time I was interviewed, I was auditioned for a job, audition, everything, and in the long run I didn't get the job, and they gave it to someone else, and I went in my closet and I cried because it was something I wanted to be in and I wasn't there. So around challenges and trying days, actors man in here.
And it could be so depressing.
Yes, it could be so depressing. I mean, even sometimes for big actors, and they could report one limelight or one band. Sometimes they might go
but they won't know that any your own fight battle
exactly.
You don't even have an idea
exactly.
about.
We will start killing them one by one until someone is ready to talk. My prince! Perhaps you should not do something foolish. These Erade people know better than to reveal their plan to everyone. Nonsense! Nonsense! You are Ojomo, are you not? Are you not? If I do not get answers from these peasants, I will have you to blame.
Ogumana, the Shema that you talk about, I have told you, we do not know where she is.
You do not know where she is?
So, what's all this?
These beasts are hiding the girl that killed my mother.
Taleli, so pé ẹ fẹ́ bá ṣiṣẹ́ locally and internationally.
Locally, one of the actors that I cherish the most is what's his name now? Ramsey Noah. Yeah, Ramsey Noah, and for the female, Ramsey Noah is one of my best actors. Then for the female aspect, I prefer Rita Dominic and what's the name of this woman? This woman in 96 days. Kendi, no. Bimbo Akintola. Yeah, she's a great actress. Rita Dominic is also a very fantastic actress, and Ramsey Noah is one of my mentors. I mean, I loved him in 76 Days. I loved him in Dangerous Twins. I loved him in this new movie that I just did. What's the title? Rattlesnake, and the other one.
Yeah.
The other sequel that he did. And Living in Bondage.
Living in Bondage.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly. One of the very fantastic actors that they've transcended time. You know, they've been there and they are still making their mark. Awesome. Then internationally, Giselba, Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio, Denzel Washington, and a host of others. Those are I want to study Gagon.
It's plenty. All right, so now you call yourself Junior Akilakpa. How did you come up with that name?
Okay, yeah. Well, when we started Awaladu, you know, it's a process. It's a process when you start something. And for me, as an actor, ngoti ubari ni environment no ni wa fi gbe right. Yes, it's what you study, what you see, the embellishments that you can add. But you know, it was still soft. Yeah. It was still soft. Junior Segbuwe, Junior and Jumoke were still having. It was a growth, but it got to a point where we had to pick from things that we could see outside. So the Akilakpa Katayen Dre is like an embellishment that I got from my uncle. Yeah, so he told me once when we were young, story àwọn mates wọn nígbà tí wọ́n wà in school tó pé you know wọ́n kàn jẹ́ àwọn orúkọ kan. So he told me that pé kan wà tó ń jẹ́ Ṣẹ́gun Òṣù pẹ̀lú agbára Olúwa. I mean that name is so long. Then he now told me that there's one boy tí wọ́n máa ń pè ní Akilakpa.
So that's where you picked your own.
Yeah, that's where I picked Akilakpa from. Then he always tell me about also another one to Katayen Odre, but I can't really tell maybe Katayen Odre was someone else's name or maybe it was just something that uncle man shiri. So he now said, wait, what Katayen Odre. But I've met the Akilakpa before. I've met even one Onigbogi. Yes, you know, very strange names. They pay you Gori. So then one Kori confirm you know, like my uncle was a very fun uncle. So that time, anytime we are together, maybe at night, Tabatishi, let us go and listen to mass English and my gist and all. So we call Akilakpa àti Katayen Odre.
So nínú àwọn aládùndé ẹ máa ń pera yín ní ọ̀rẹ́ tímọ́tímọ́ sí Segbuwe.
Yes.
Ṣé ẹjọ́ dàgbà ní ojú ayé ni àbí lórí set?
No, àjọ dàgbà lójú ayé. Àjọ dàgbà. But he happens to be ẹni tó yẹ pé àjọ lọ secondary school ni. But ẹ̀gbọ́n ló jẹ́ sí mi. Yeah, Akinola is actually older than me. He's way older than me. So nígbà tí àwa sì kéré, that he was in secondary school already, so he was my sister's mate, my other sister's mate. So, but you know now, you know the way filmmaking always brings us together. So he was someone that I grew to know. So I think he left school, he left the secondary school before I joined. So it was now later that I now told him that then of which he wasn't Segbuwe, he was one of the script writers. Before we now inculcated him into the series. So it's now since then that we have not known each other. We have now been good friends.
Excellent. Wow, that's a long trek.
Yeah, I did.
So when you were given your first role in the series, what was the excitement? So how did you feel about it?
Well, you know, doing theater arts, studying theater arts, you go through so many phases of life. Watiri so many things. I mean, before then I'd worked with Wole Soyinka and a host of other directors. So getting a first debut in the film industry was quite enticing. There was the anxiety, there was the wanting to do it, but got on your money before me there was a junior Adun before. There was someone playing the role junior Adun. So by the time the guy wasn't really doing it very well, so they called me. I was a theater artist. I was doing my thing in theater art, and then afterwards I started and I kicked off. So that was how I got the role. Yeah.
So how did you feel?
It was nice. It was.
You went for audition.
Yeah, I was auditioned just on the seat like this. Now maybe I was auditioned, acting and everything. You just told me, can I read Yoruba? I can try.
And you got it.
Yeah.
So do you have any of your Shani ere agbelewo yin kankan lórí cinema?
No.
Cinema for now.
Cinema, no.
No, but you're on series. Yeah, we've seen you a couple of times on series.
Yes.
And I think there was a time I was working with Mommy Joke Silva, and she was like, "Tó bá fẹ́ jẹ́ actor gidi, tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú series, ẹni ẹ máa go far because ojú ẹ máa wà stick to people will get known your stuck to your face. Ọmọ máa rí ẹ lójoojúmọ́. So. Àwọn directors, producers will get to know pé ọmọ yìí ó mọṣẹ́, wọ́n máa pè fúnṣẹ́ and all of that. So advice tán fún wa ní ìgbà yẹn nìyẹn.
Have you played me by you? Name. Names of places that starts with letter P. I start by saying Porto Novo.
Port Harcourt.
Printing. Kini? Short ẹjọ.
Kí ló dé printing?
Wọ́n náà sọ pé pàrọ̀rán.
Short ẹ kini pàrọ̀rán.
Kí ló dé printing?
Short ẹ o.
Tún ní orí ẹ̀ ti pọ̀ jù.
Oh, anywhere.
Ó yá lọ Google. Kí ló jẹ́ printing? Níbo ló jẹ́ printing? Kí ló jẹ́ printing?
Printing.
Ṣé bí oògùn ni oògùn tó máa ń lò fún ara yíyan?
O rántí printing ní Badagry. O rántí ọ̀rẹ́ wa kan báyìí tí a lọ kí gbàtọ́ ìṣẹ̀dí láti lò ní tí a fi béèrè pé bó ló ti ń bọ̀ tó ní pé ó ń bọ̀ láti printing ní Canada.
Printing.
O rántí.
Ó tọ́ ni o.
Ṣé lè sọ òwe márùn-ún fún wa? Ṣé kí n máa rí lọ́wọ́ kẹ wá fún wa ní end?
Òwe márùn-ún. Okay. My dad always tell me that alágẹmọ ti bímọ rẹ̀. Àìmọ́jú ó kù sọ́wọ́ alágẹmọ. Àbí ṣé ọmọ wọn alágẹmọ ni? Ó kù sọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. He always tell me that. We
Ole.
I think I can try and remember one more. One there's one way about Eyele.
Eyele ìbò ni.
Eyele ìbò ni jẹ́ kó bó ní mu kó wá dojo
kú kó yẹrí. Ṣé mo tẹ̀lé wọn lọ ni?
Wọ́n ní èmi á ní pé kẹ́yẹlé kó japa. There's another one too. Abomisori apájábọ̀ ṣojọra wọn.
Mi ò mọ̀ yẹn o. Ẹ try o.
Wọ́n ní tàbá gbomi, wọ́n ní abomisori apájábọ̀ ṣojọra wọn. Mi ò bóyá òwe ni, mo ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu ẹnìkan rí. Apájábọ̀ ìjọ ṣojọra wọn.
Ṣojọra wọn. Tòwọ́ wọ̀nyẹn náà la máa fi gbé sórí, báwo ló ṣe wá jábọ̀? So àwọn actor wo ni ẹ fẹ́ràn jù?
Locally.
Anywhere.
I love, like I said, I love Ramsinwa, Bimbo Akintola, Rita Dominic, Ibrahim Chata, and Talaninyo. Yemi Sholade is a very great actor, very great actor. Odun Ali Adekola, yeah. And then I love this woman, Shola Shubawale, the king of boys. I love Shola Shubawale. She's a very great actor, a very great actor. Nubert Young. Nubert Young is more in the film industry. Najite Dede, Frank Conway, so Bifa Wakado Kubu.
You know their names.
Yeah, they are very great actors that I've worked with, and they've taught me a lot. Yes, so.
So, ẹ̀yin ará lé mo lérò pé ẹ rí nǹkan méjì àbí mẹ́ta mú nínú interview yìí torí èmi gan mo ti kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ oríṣiríṣi trust me this is very educative and enlightening àti rí nǹkan kan àti gbọ́ àwọn nǹkan kọ̀ọ̀kan adẹ̀dúpẹ́ gidi gan pé a pè yín ẹ dá wa lóhùn ó tiẹ̀ tún jẹ́ pé a tún lò nínú àkókò yín ó yá chicken wa dà báyìí ká lọ sí poultry yín ká lọ mẹ́yọ̀ kan ká fi ṣọdún ẹ ṣe púpọ̀ kí ni ẹ fẹ́ sọ fún àwọn aráalé àwọn fans yín.
ẹ ṣe púpọ̀ fún bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń support wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń wò wá lórí móhùnmáwòrán àwa náà a máa try láti máa ṣiṣẹ́ dáadáa a máa ṣe tí Ọlọ́run ti pè wá tí à ń ṣe tó máa tún pẹ́pẹ́ dáadáa. ó máa pẹ́pẹ́ dẹ̀ ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ jẹ́ bá wa kí èmi náà mo fẹ́ dá àwọn ará lé lọ ẹ bá wa kí àǹtí tó rí rùmú kò sí problem.
tí bá ti mo máa save number yín sí as bọ̀dá tó ń fẹ́ àǹtí tó rí rùmú. ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yin ará lé ẹ ṣeun gidi kan orúkọ mi náà ṣì ní Olúwatóbi Abọ́dúnrin ẹ ṣé tẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ wa lé ní adẹ̀dúpẹ́ pé ẹ gbọ́ ohun tí bọ̀dá wa sọ bọ̀dá junior àmọ́ mo fẹ̀yìn tọ́lá olúwa ló ń jẹ́ orúkọ yẹn mo fi ẹ̀yìn tọ́lá olúwa ṣẹ́yìn làbí kẹ́yìn.
èmi kọ́.
ẹ ṣì lábúrò ọ̀gá àmọ́ orúkọ yẹn ó deep àwọn àbígbẹ̀yìn làwọn ń jẹ́ orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n ní monologue kékeré kan.
She doesn't need to ask the question. Okay. You don't think I care about this country? I love this country. Even though at times it doesn't love me back. For my whole life, my parents, my grandparents, me, for most black people, this country has never worked for us. But we still play ball. We live by the rules even though we know nothing has ever worked in our favor. We have to live in neighborhoods that you would not even drive through. Send our kids to schools with books so beat up you can't read them. Work jobs that you would not even consider your nightmare.
Ọmọ ẹ ṣe púpọ̀. Ó dìgbà kan náà ẹ̀yin ará lé.
Àbí gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe máa kọ̀ wá sí mi lóde máa yọ sí mi lójijì. I don't understand.
Ìgbà tí pé o pick call ẹ̀ ńkọ́.
So ìgbà tí máa pick call mi, tí n bá pick call mi, jọ kí tó fi ń bọ̀ nílé.
No, did I tell you to come to this place? No, tell me no now, oti down.
Junior, I called you 10 times, but oh, pick now.
You called me 10 times. You know, offend you are so quick with me. 10 times, let me what? No. What is so important? Don't be with me 10 times. Tell me.
Junior, pariwo mọ́ mi now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Please, Toke, sọ fún mi. Kí ló wà so important and so shocking and so urgent? Tó jẹ́ kó fi pé fún mi ní ẹ̀mẹ́wàá 10 times.
N kò fẹ́ gbóhùn ẹ̀ náà.
O kò fẹ́ gbóhùn mi. No. Sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sọ́wọ́ kó wá gbèsè tí show make sense. In fact, I'm done.